Draw that little boy, ain't no getting up. Shorty, your horsey, I told her they my young city, yo. The granny, I had to tell her pick it. You wanna feed, now anything under 18, just like Madden. From the club, she like 5'3", I think it ain't little, yeah.
No, we unstoppable, man, it's impossible to stop us, we for sure on the road. Stay to myself, stay off the medium, chillin', ain't gon' play with the trolls. Going 100 in the I-8, I pray to God we don't lose control. No, I'm on a paper chase, my little whip on cruise control.
I ain't trippin', this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let 'em talk about us.
It's week 5 of the NFL, and here's J.C. Horn.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 match. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sellers. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Ready?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Holding offense.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
Blue check. Hut.
Chubb will get the call running left. A little juke. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take down all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
It's Young on first down. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. The Panthers are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Off the play fake, Young. Flushed out right. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses...
Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Sellers. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Sellers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Hustle, hustle. Ready, go.
Young on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And fights through 1 man. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Slot man moves right. Now Young fakes a sweep and looks to throw off play action. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Back to it after the pick 6. Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish or where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Down.
Now a play fake. Lance. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 48 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. Shoves him aside. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think they make this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Chubb going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A line of scrimmage. Once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun. Sellers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Sellers able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Again, he'll drop to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sellers. That's taken in by Duvernay. And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 3rd down is Stevenson. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. Lance to throw on 2nd down here. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Play action. Now it's Lance. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Jamison Williams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Lance going to try to throw for this. It's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. He finds his man, complete. It's Hodges. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 3rd and 2, Sellers. That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Kamara up the middle. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. And Lance going to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
Here's Lance to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Lance now on first down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. And Lance now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Jim Elliott on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage.
Just too many mistakes in all phases of the game. Still, you've got a chance to get this back to a 1-score game here in the third quarter. You've got to be able to convert here. Instead, it comes up empty.
The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sellers. This is Fant on the short completion. Call it no gain there on the first down play.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. Sellers. And this is going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready?
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Off of play action, here's Lance. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Carolina. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 2. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, Sellers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that one.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on him, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A give running right is Chubb. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And the receivers I know, they have a great deal of confidence. Usually they stand in front of the mirror before games and say, not 1 touchdown, not 2 touchdowns, but 3 touchdowns. Trying to turn this one into a big-time performance.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down. Sellers through the middle of the field. And down to the 28-yard line. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They good about that last completion.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. Pushes him over. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Sanders' kick is good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense and more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making a punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. And Lance, he's going to change the play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Eluding the pressure right. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Understanding he's just down 1 possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So a player's shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay. 3rd down and 6. Now Lance. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Hunt will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now Washington down by 1. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Sellers able to get away. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. That pass caught by McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Back to throw. Dotson, he's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And he is going to have a Washington first down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on fourth. Back to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
This is 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Turner. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ramondre Stevenson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lance. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Lance back to throw. And pass caught, it's Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25.
A gain of 28 more yards. That's another Panthers first down.
On the ready.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Set.
Here's Lance. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. What a finish in this one, Charles.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm